After you, Michael. Give it a couple more minutes and get started. Sent this out to post and they never came back to me. I'm fed up. I'll just post myself in future. What the hell? They asked me to send it out to that office before I just sort of post it and didn't respond. I should have just gone ahead and posted it because 11250 been 60 pips in profit now. Well, maybe got a little bit lower, say 50 in profit. Oh. Some took it, some were in the trading room and took it. I know that, despite all the rest of it. So, because I know that for a fact, so that's good. They be a smiling. I have no idea, Michael. Actually, brilliant question. It really is quite irritating. I'll be honest, I'm not a tech man and I'm not particularly sort of a bureaucratic type of person either, to be honest. And I had to concentrate on getting the job done rather than that. And I have a feeling it's something to do with as a Zoom rule, like having to admit everyone. That's nothing to do with us. That's the company, the Zoom American billion-dollar company, quite whatever reason. Maybe for fraud or I don't know. It's a hassle. Yeah, I think about it, but anyway, we have to bloody use it. I'd have thought just once you've done it, maybe some of the others might take, maybe Mike, not Mike, yeah, Mark Shearer, if he joins later on, might be help you out on that. Sorry, I can obviously have to have a computer and do the job, but I'm not far from a fundy, put it that way. Yeah, so I assumed, once you'd registered that, kept it saved and just taken it and away you go. And of course, I won't admit every time, which is a bit of a hassle because it stops my train of thought, but nothing I can do about that. But yeah, I share the frustration at times, yeah. The world now is bogged down, I'll tell you right now, by bureaucracy, big time. Regulations within regulations. I mean, I see you've got to have some, I get that. But anyway, before I get my whinging session. Where are we? Okay, right, 4 o'clock we can start. To start off with the trade idea we had earlier on was this one, getting 11250 or site pending or 1 just below that if you can make it. I think some guys took it, but in the end it wasn't posted, a bit of a pity. But anyway, if you're in, great stuff. Modify your stop, make sure you don't lose in the trade, that's great. AUDCHF, trying to get, before we jump on that, trying to get this thing to come off to buy it. We missed it this morning, but not you this morning, I mean before the 9:30 session. I suppose I could have been more pushy on it when I wasn't. Anyway, so we missed that. I'm not keen on shorting it. I don't want to chase it now. I wanted to come back to maybe down here and try and get it. Well, what are we on? The 15-day chart? Yeah, down this sort of level. Yeah, 140. Yeah, come back a bit. Maybe even to there. pushing it. Some of that, we'll have a look at it. But it's just not happening. It's still rising. We're not on board. So that's frustrating. Gold, it didn't come off enough to get in. Pity, because of dollar has been weak. I mentioned that this morning. It's continued its weakness. Again, happening Friday. No surprise. It's continuing its weakness. Again, no surprise there. It didn't come back as much. I got about 70. Well, just come back a little bit further, maybe 65 to get it. That didn't occur. Came back to 70, yeah. So I'm not actually chasing it. I feel I'm going to miss out on this damn thing, to be honest. Because buying's the name of the game. We're just going to get a better, take it there, kind of decent risk reward. I think it's going to be a lot of unless radical happen, a lot of resistance at 1900, which is only $22 away. So you need a $15 stop, won't cut it. That's a bloody pity. I think we just have to watch that sail on to the Bahamas, and we're still sitting here waving in Benoni or wherever. We were White Benoni. I used to remember the golf club there. Like, wow, it just sounds a nice name. Yeah? Anyway, the point is, looks like we missed it. Is the NAS coming off, jumping around a bit? Not really. The weekly snippet has said around about these levels, 11,000, 11,100. To sell it. 200 pips stop, 10.5 TP if you can afford it. Popped up a little bit. Will it continue? I've got the alarm set for past just before. Oxy I've got written down. Someone mentioned earlier on, I can't remember who, to check it out. We should certainly do that. If oil continues to go up, and even look, actually, those who can't afford it, we can maybe look at S&P 500. I'm not sure we can get 4,000 out of it, to be honest. I've been trying that, but I think maybe we'll ask a bit much to get that level out of it. But we'll look at that if you can't afford that or the Dow or the NAS or the Dow. Anyway, we'll come back to that. FTSE we looked at what was that now? 7710. Came off nicely actually. Came off nicely, hey. Down to a few hours ago, 87. That's just popped up. It's a little bit flat at the moment, but it seems to be holding the 10 days. So back to square one if you entered it. Still not really losing, but made. You were up in profit, now you're breaking even. Not at least not the downside. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to come off. I still like it. Okay, if you missed it and you like the indices, you want to do it, these won't be posted. Remember this morning I mentioned we won't be posting indices or the dollar rand, but the trading, if you like it, is an opportunity to go with it. Okay, the other one was AUDCHF, and that has done nicely. Done very nicely, actually. 6.4 we got in at. Not very nice. It's done okay. Done fairly nicely. Come off nearly 30 pips. It's pretty good. That's all right. But I think it's a little bit jumping the gun to start modifying yet. You know, we want to ride the profit one. Don't get stopped out and then we miss out on a nice 150 pip run. You know what I'm saying? We want to ride those winners. Like I did a CHJPY last week. Really ride it. And yeah, I think just hang fine from the stop for the moment and keep an eye. We can get down below maybe 60, 63.60, then we can maybe modify the stop to entry, take the risk out of the trade, and hope we can start getting a decent run on it. But I'm trying to get out of the habit of everybody now of just trying to get the cake and eat it. Get out of the habit of taking profits too quickly and holding on to losses. That's clearly not working, but people do that. And modifying too quickly because we're frightened of losing out. And then in the end, we've taken 3 or 4 winners of 20 pips and then taken one loser of 60 pips. And then we're back to square one again. So yeah, see if we can just hold and see if we can get some more out of this guy here before we start modifying. Okay. Anyway, the bottom line is, as we speak now, it's in a profit. GBP CHF, those who did take it in a fancy profit, they can get that down. They can definitely move that down to entry or slightly better. And then the FTSE, if you didn't take it and you want to take it, you weren't there this morning, and you want to do this one, you can do. Anyone not in who wants to do it, who just joined now, wants to do this one? Not the first day. We've done it a few times then, Mikhail. Oh, I see what you mean. From a Monday, yeah, it's often Mondays. It's actually not something you do badly. It's just really boring. So yeah, but that's the worst. Well, worst losing money is the worst, but incredibly boring. But no, we have a FTSE. What have I got? It's 78. And 75.58. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. 75.58. 78. Oh, that's right. We had 77.10 before. All right. Well, let's get some of these. So we have to bring the stop down a bit then. Not ideal. The last of it. About the best I can do. I don't want to get the stop any closer. Remember, we got it 77.10 on the sell. Remember, that's the spread. 77.10 on the bid. We go on that. Hello, hello. Sound like an old British comedy program. Hello, hello. If you remember that, took place in France during the war. Quite amusing. So there you are. If you're not on any, you want to grab it, there we are. Good enough. If there you are, guys. You want it, grab it. That's it. It's time, yeah. Just remember, go to the NAS and look at the opening at 4:30 and then see what happens there. DXY is still coming off, and the whatchamacallit, the yields on the 10-year are coming off. Some guys might like it, so I'll copy and paste it for the guys. Some new guys there. Give me a second, don't take long. Yields. I'll do the economic calendar quickly. I'll try and do it. I've been doing it. Some guys might have missed it. Get some shy guys, don't want to ask. We've got it anyway. Make use of it. There we are. Nice filter calendar for you. And of course, our friend the DX. So there, if you want those, yeah, well, you must have, in fact, not one. The yields coming off, so I think it's a good chance. It might jump around on open. See some downside the way across. So let's see if that occurs. Okay. I've got Oxy to have a look at. We have for an opening. We might get a chance of a buy on it actually, even though I'm talking about the NAS. It's not part of the NAS, it's an oil. But we might get a bounce because Brent seems to be holding okay. To be fair, still holding about 80. We'll have a look at it later on, see if it's worthwhile. Okay, so I'll knock this off, guys, on it, guys. See how that goes. Okay, so we run through what we did this morning. They're looking okay. In fact, better okay, so that's good news. I'm a bit superstitious, to be honest, Teddy. Oh, no, sorry, Michael. Mikhail, sorry. I don't like to say great, because that usually happens just before it goes bloody up, pear-shaped. You know what I mean? That's called a commentator's curse. If everyone watches sport, you'll know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, we're still going for a stronger dollar. That's why I'm a little bit nervous of the yen at the moment. Yeah, the yen's sorry, a weaker dollar. Yen's fairly strong. I'm just a bit nervous of selling it down here. Is it AUD got a buy chance? And maybe now I don't want to chase it up here. NZD. Looking through quickly to find something for you in the meantime. Not really, no. Looked earlier on. No. Well, it's true, Mikhail. I don't know. I you laugh, but actually, it's a needless commentator's good. I swear to God, I follow cricket. I've got, well, he's retired now. Jack Carlos out, my hero. I think more times than any bowler has had. Especially, he's doing well now. He's to get out next ball. And I'm sitting there, I have to, sorry, it's my fault. Yeah, I'm looking very much at that. Get back to serious talk. Yeah, I want to sell that, all right. Yeah, I do, very much so. What's the Dow doing? Look at the other screen. It's pretty flat. Yeah, I don't know. What do you want to wait for opening or risk it now? wide stop if you want. We do wide of that. Put them up here. I like at least 100 pips stop. So I do like it, yeah. Bit risky, well, all bit risky, but even more so for opening. But it's such, I mean, what I'm saying is the DXY and the yields are coming off, and it's bounced up. We're sending the rally, recession we're frightened of. The only thing you can put the kibosh on it is if Powell tomorrow afternoon, I forget the time now, just give me a moment, tell you what time he's speaking tomorrow. He's speaking, it's out of the way. Was 4 o'clock tomorrow. Suddenly says, hang on, we're doing better than I thought now. We're definitely turn back with interest rates. That will weaken the dollar and push the will put the shares up, basically, to be honest. They'll have a big jump then. But that's out of my control. But yeah, I see a stop loss at 4020. So I say it keeps interfering. It's not their fault. I mean, it's Zoom's fault. I have to admit, because just as I want to put that in there, lose my thread what I'm on about. Take it right down here, back to 3.8. Is that far enough away? No, it ain't. Take it back down here. Make it 3.7. Make it 3.720. 3.720. Only thing is, it's a wide stop because they're jumping around. So we're still looking at 190 bucks a micro. That's going to be too much for anyone below 2 grand. You're going to be grossly overexposed if you've got less than 2 grand in your account. You can't go for it. 2 grand upwards, and even 2 grand, you're talking in the region of just about, about 9% or something a risk in your portfolio. You've got no choice. You've got to take a higher equity management risk on it, percentage-wise, because the money, no disrespect, is so small. But yeah, but if you've got 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, you can maybe look at that. But only, in my opinion, the only thing who's going to kibosh that is Jerome Powell tomorrow, saying he's going to verbally say we're going to pull back interest rate increases. If he says that, you're going to see that thing go shooting up. So just bear that in mind. Otherwise, yeah, I see downside. Do you want to hang 5 on that one, or do you want to see if you can grab it for pips down, modify your stop if it goes well to entry? So before 4 o'clock tomorrow, you can look at that. You're going to wait on that. Everyone's going to wait on that. Leave it. Okay, we'll leave it then. Maybe it's pushing it a bit. That's the thing, we've got to be patient sometimes. We've got to trade out, but sometimes, you haven't got to trade and start grafting. Okay. US dollar Swiss franc mentioned earlier on, still trying to come off a bit. So those guys still in it, hold. Make sure you got your stop protecting yourself so you're going to win on the trade anyway. Don't chase it now, rather wait for a break or a pullback. But sell's the name of the game. Sell the dollar's the name of the game. Okay, right, I covered that little lot. 50 minutes to the American opening. Anything else I wanted to mention? I think I went through the fundamentals, a couple more tomorrow, covered that. I don't know if any new guys are there. Everyone must have the position size calculator from the live chat. Go to tech support. Everyone must know how to go and get information on the stock. Doesn't really matter which one, that's the instrument. These are all called instruments in your watch list. Highlight it, right click, left click specifications, contract size. Forex is always 100,000 contract size, and that's the margin deposit. Divide that, it only gives you leverage, says your information there. Okay, floating spread, your costs, etc. You've got the various DXYs, etc. posted, so you've got them. Just trying to think, charts are set up. Oh yeah, don't forget, if your chart's set, you're happy with it, don't forget, go to templates and save it. can't remember, save the template, put your name in there and save it. So if you have a problem, just right click, go to template, and there it all is there. I've got several, you can go to the one you like. And if you lose your charts, it's very important. It stuns me. I'm sorry, guys, to be harsh on this. It stuns me how many people are trading and they don't know how to properly operate the platform. I'm not detailed, don't be tech experts, but to not know how to, modify or basic like that. And there's a large amount of them not sure how to manage that. It's asking for trouble. Got to be able to change gear, as they say. All right, I think that's covered that. Volume correct is correct. We'll cover that in the meantime. Hi there, Taba Singh. Right, okay. We might find a share or two. Let's have a look, but I haven't got anything at the moment. Microsoft is sales. I really want to sell. You get the idea I'm coming from. Short, set for gold. Short the market. For that sell, I'm sure we'll be chasing it now. If it opens up there, which I don't think is going to happen, then we might, but we'll see. Tesla, frightened to short it down there, and it kept going down. Someone said, should we sell it round about there, I think, last week. And I said, I'm for the short, I'll try and get a better price. Nerves short it. Now still come off a bit. Anyway, downside, short the downside. Sorry, short the rally, I mean. Oxy is anyone looking at might be a possible buy, but we'll see how it opens. Yeah, might be a possible buy if oil continues to increase. We haven't got it all trade out yet. We want to get a little bit better price, which hasn't been received, but still holding above that. So we might get some upside here. Everything else seems to be a sell, but we might get some upside on that. But technically, it's looking like a sell as well, to be honest. We'll see how it opens. But mostly it's going to be a sell if we can find an entry. Yeah, so else I missed. Yeah, F stop is high enough to sell. Yeah, maybe F stop. We can look at F stop for sell. As you can see, it's forward motor company. Let's come back up here. That's a possibility. Okay, so maybe we can look at that. You all know that shares open up as 4, and it's completely different calculator. You do not use this one here. Oh, you have an Excel one for that. Find the LMS or whatever it's called. Yeah, there it is anyway. And if we find a trade there, I'll work out for you. But it's incredibly simple. It's 0.4%, 0.2% in, 0.2% out, 0.4% round trip exposure. Cost is so small that I mean, you just take the entry from the stop loss, and that's your risk per share. So we'll have a look at it if it opens up just now. So I've got that written down. We can look at it. If you can spot anything else in the next few minutes, please let me know. Especially on the US share front. BA leave alert. I've been burnt a couple of times on that one, and it's defying gravity. Baba's got a chance of coming off. I think it's overcooked. We had one in there. Not many people took it, and it came off. Did okayed it, and then modified the stop. And it got stopped out and a little bit of a profit. Didn't get anywhere near the TP. We didn't lose on it, if I remember rightly. Or trading more guys who modify that is. This is going up here. I think might be a possibility of some move down from the end. It's overcooked as well. Have a look at on opening. I'll write that down. Baba dot. I think Amazon might have missed that one. Oh, change anything. Might get Amazon for a short. What about Google? The big Apple. What about Apple? Get in alphabetical order. That looks like it might possibly be short on opening. I'll put that down. Let's have a look at that. And Google. Google, yep, maybe a possibility there. So I've taken more, just having something to check on. And Meta, remember that's Facebook. Yeah, Meta's, I think, is overbought. It's like a chance. That's 100-day moving average, Meta. It's got some possibilities there we can look at on earnings, see how they open up. What do you want to do with the dollar JPY? You've made a question there. You need to know what I need to know what you want to do with it. Do you want to buy it? Do you want to sell it? What do you want to do with it? You want to buy it? Okay, right. My problem with that is, you remember I mentioned GXY. I presume you copied and pasted it to look at it. Just put it back up again on my other screen. You'll see there that it's a bit on the weak side, just above 103. Japan has been, because of their bond buying program, they've actually had a little bit of strength coming in. So buying it, you're buying dollars now quite weak, even though it's come back a bit, and the end's slightly stronger. You might get a bounce. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm a little bit nervous of it. And technically, the sellers are in charge. As you can see on the screen there, the sellers are in charge. At the moment, I'm not sure I'd be buying this. And you can see today, it's what, 16 hours old, just over. The 10-day moving average is held. It's popped up, the sellers came down. It's come off a bit. It's tracked one or two buyers in a pretty tight range there, 66 pip range. But it's not had any follow through, and that's in 16 hours, total indecision. That's my thinking anyway. Well, I want to say Tim Binkosi and everybody else, I don't know. Nobody does. I'm just putting hope from experience together, from advice potential, and being open to where I'm coming from and the reasons why, and you can take it on board and make your own decisions from it. I'm not so sure I would be buying it then. Too much indecision. The dollar's a bit weak. The yen's a bit strong. I think it might actually go up a bit if we do. I don't know. It might sell it, but I'm not sure I'd sell it now. It's too many balls in the air to buy or sell at the moment. I personally would leave this alone. That's my particular take. But having said, I could be, other people might say, hang on a minute, we've got some experienced traders in here. What do the other guys think? Anybody want to see a buy on this one? Anyone want to support Tim Binkosi? Binkosi for short? That's also true. Let's just check the economic fundamentals. Also going to keep up on that. Let's get this thing out of the way. For a Wednesday, somebody haven't got that down. Why haven't I got that down? So I have to take your word for it. Should maybe overfilter the damn thing. CPI I've announced. That's important. Why haven't I got that down? Beg your pardon. Thanks for the update. Yeah, well then that even more to leave it alone. So yeah. Oh, it's a 2-star. CPI is 2-star. Interesting. CPI is a bit more important, right? Not they can do a lot more. They can't do it all about. They've got to export the way out, play around bonds. They're going to battle to increase interest rates. Their debt's too high. The last thing they'll do is make their debt situation worse. There's Aged Day today, a holiday. And that's part of the Japanese economic revolution that occurred. It was jobs for life sort of thing back in the 60s that produced all the good stuff that made them so great, you know. Made the third biggest economy in the world, and those guys live longer, getting older, and now they're being supported. It's disgusting. But anyway, keep the promise, give them their due. So yeah. Anyway, leave it alone. Buy on the NZD. But thanks anyway, Farney. Worth keeping in mind. CPI is really very important. But thanks for saying it's a 2-star. Okay, cheers. NZD, CAD. We're looking at a buy on this one, are we? Can there still be a bit weak? And I tell you why I think this is purely, I don't know, it's purely speculation. And you know, we don't forget, we can be as science as we like, but emotion plays such a large part in our lives and in trading in particular. And Canadians seem to follow what the Americans do. I know that they have an enormous amount of trade between them. It's a next door neighbor, culturally similar. A lot of people can't tell they're doing the accents, put it that way. And so the big brother down south, they do tend to follow. We've had the CPI from America last time a month ago, again this week, Thursday, remember what happened to the dollar, you know, suddenly shot up or down, I think it was up actually, and then Canadian went with it, or was the other way around. Anyway, the bottom line is, yeah, NZD seems to be at the moment the strongest, surprise. Oil's not that high, give them a little bit of a boost. So and it's in the buy zone. I'm not actually against it. I'm not excited by it. What I'm saying, Mikhail, I see the long, but I'm not excited by it. I think it's drifting a bit. And my worry a little bit is if it popped up a few days ago, look at the sellers defending it. What's the distance there? It's only 60 pips away, and there's no follow through. I look at today's candle, popped up, 25 pips, no follow through. It's not blowing my hair back, bottom line. Sorry about that, Mikhail. I see the buy, I see the technical reason why. I see clearly the buyer and the sellers in charge. Do we even get a fib on there going back this far? Yeah, we got a bit of a fib coming in at 23.6. Mind, we didn't get the fib coming in there, did we? I'm sorry, Mikhail. Anyone else like it? I see what you mean, but it's not blowing my hair back. Sorry about that. Just because I'm a clap chicken doesn't mean to say it's not a bad trade. They want to support Mikhail on that one. Or Michael, not Mikhail, sorry, Michael. Just because I'm a chicken doesn't say you guys got to be. Any tigers out there? Any marine, what do you call it? Marine Rambos, or what the word is. No, marine traders. That's it. Any trade marines want to go for this one as a buy? Laugh in the face of danger. It breaks your bank balance, eh? What do you think? Anyone want to go for this? Okay, genius. You see, we're not in Hollywood now. In Hollywood, Rambo's like James Bond. Every time you take a pot shot, even an alleyway, you miss. And he can get a gun out and he can shoot an aircraft down with one bullet, you know? I mean, so that's Hollywood. I hate to say it, in reality, some of these baddies can shoot. Here we are. Anyone to do it? Come back if you want to. I'm leaving. Okay. The NAS, go to the 15 minutes, see how it opens. Now we'll look at a couple of those shares, okay? I think it's a bit early. Where's the ADCHF? Is it taken out 60 yet? It's getting there. If it takes out on the bid, no, actually make it on the ask, be safer. If it takes out, yeah, no, make it on the bid. Takes out 60 on the bid, remind me, and then we can modify the stop. We'll just hang 5 for the moment on that. Come back to this man, have another look. Oh, well, so much for my theory. Things going up now. Having said that, well, we're just waiting for this. Just remember that when it opens, a large amount of institutional traders waiting for it to open, what we call the spot opening, where they've got big orders to be filled and fill to exit and fill to enter. And you do sometimes get some funny jumping around. That's why I say I recommend guys have reasonable amounts in your account to trade this, because it can jump around and knock you out if you haven't got the funds for a wide enough stop. So yeah, let's see if that comes off. Okay, we'll quick look at ADCHF, come back. Where did we get in on? 85, wasn't it? No, 400, no, it's not 400. 30 pips in profit. It's a minimum 30 pips, to be honest. I like before I move the stock, because I hate getting knocked out and taking, you know, and taking a minor profit or bugger all, and it goes in the right direction. But we want to get rid of the risk as quickly as possible. That I get totally. But then we miss out on large profits. It's always a sort of a tightrope act. You know what I mean? But if you feel comfortable, you can get it down to what price you get in. As long as you've got the 6.4. That's another problem I had with guys. To move it down to entry, they didn't tell me the entry was 63.75. To put down to entry and they get stopped out. And then what happened there, they say? Well, I mean, entry as per signal entry. Not when you went in, that's a different ball game. I know when you went in, about 1,000 guys out there. So just bear that in mind. FTSE doing well than the National because Anthony can follow the FTSE, so maybe that's going to be the other way around. Not really. Not really. It's not really moved. We got at 77.10, 77.20 on the buy. It's not. We did well earlier on, but not at the moment. Just give it a few moments. Well, let's see how the others opened. If you want on the AEDF, make it down to 7.4. If you want, we'll just hang 5. We'll come back to it in a minute. Just want to check out these here. What was it? XOM? Was it XOM we want to look at? XOM, I think it was. Let's have a look. What's Brent doing? A bit nervous this. I'm actually honest, buying at the moment, I'm a bit nervous. I think these just rallies in a bear market at the moment. I'm just a bit, that's just me, maybe. Okay, look, where's the 200? No, look like a buy, I'll give you a due. Bits of resistance. I'm a bit scared of that. $2, where you put your stop. $2, you can't get a risk reward, leave it. Yeah, that saved all the hassle. That's made the mind up for me. Can't get a, cannot get an entry. Try the other oil one, Oxy. But the only one's on a long, but if we can get one. Oxy, I'd rather, would it open up? Jumped a bit, because yeah, I'm not surprised there. Okay, it goes up a bit. That's really obvious. I'm not, I'm just too nervous. It's holding a resistance. It's just too sideways now. I'm not keen. If you're keen, we'll put stuff up and we'll make a plan for you, but I'm not keen. Let's try Netflix. I haven't looked at Netflix for a while. I think Netflix is due to come off, but it's one of the stronger ones at the moment. So we see if we can find somebody weaker. Microsoft's a weaker of them, but unfortunately, Microsoft's oversold to get a decent risk reward. I think Tesla's also worth selling, but can't get a decent risk reward. So Apple, maybe. What do we open up at? Is the NAS coming off? Not really. I think just hang 5 at the moment. I find it a bit strange at the moment, the opening on the tech stocks, on an index. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Pointing to should have come off a little bit more rapid than that. I'm a bit nervous, but. Yeah. Anyone want to do a short on this one? A long way, anything? Now, try a couple of others we got written down. F stop. Well, that's might be something we got there. Maybe that's an idea. Fine. It's about the best idea of a lot. I still think there's a possibility on this one. Yeah, we squeeze one in on that one. Right up there. It's pretty weak at the moment. Electric cars come in and all sorts of bits and pieces. Get the stop out of the way up here. Right out of the way. I think it's got a good shot. I think it's about the best I've seen so far, this one. For the stop up here at $13 away. 13, make it 13.68. And the TP down there. There you get about 1.7. 1.7 risk reward ratio. That one I do quite like. That's the moment, that's about the best on the share side. And on this one. No, it's not. We'll come to that in a moment. Should we look at, no, not at all, Brady. Should we start off with this one? Do I need a movement? Don't want to miss out, Bubba. What do you think, guys? Anyone like it? I'll put the stuff up for you. Anyone like it? Risk reward. Okay, I'm just going to write it down. Give me a second and I'll post it if you like it. F stop. Spell. Make it 1270. Make it 1370 and make it 1095, was it? Yeah, 1095. TP, SLTP. The risk is literally $1 or 17 Rand a share. Remember, so if you like it, tell me and I'll tick it off to the trade idea. F stop sell around 12. If you like it, it's coming on to speak, eh? SL 13.70, TP 10.95, risk is 1 or 17 Rand per 1.0. Don't this 0.1 carry on this, it doesn't say for 1.0. F stop is the thing forward. And if you want to do a share and a sell, it's 17 Rand for one. So this way you've got to put in, no, 170 is 10.0. Remember, it's 0.0 carry on here. Remember, we want you to understand the different volumes. Just going to put the risk reward up for you if you want. Things moving, unfortunately. Maybe that, because you can send it out. Don't want to look at that. Just don't be able to do the math for some reason. See, it's pretty simple. It's $1 a share is risk. Can't really get simpler than that, in my opinion. I'm just used to it. Right. Let's get this stuff. Just give me a second. Get out of the way. Put the stuff in there for you. Ah, wrong way around. That is it. Ah. I'll just put it out there. Sorry, it's giving me chip this down for some reason. I want to go short and it's sticking a bit long. So I'm just going to put this out and see what they're like. Save this picture. Why is it on my QT I don't see shares? Is it because I'm using a ZAR account? No, of course not. ZAR account. You're watching it, yeah. By the way, this is not QT. This is MetaTrader 5. Quick thing on this. People get so confused. Stock Market College is I'm nothing to do with them at all. It's a separate company. They sell education packages, right? You get Quick Trade. They're the brokers. I'm licensed broker, so I can advise. The guys in Quick account managers, all these guys, they can't advise. Then you get MetaTrader 5. That's the trading platform. And we are, like a lot of brokers use this one. We are one of many brokers that use it. So QuickTrade uses MT5. So it's the MT5 platform. And you just get F-stop. You should know how to operate the platform. In the trading room, you need to know the basics of CFD, a couple of classes, the basics of Forex, and you need to know how to operate the platform. If you know how to add a share, you just put it in there, F-stop, and then enter. Now, this is not the job here to hold the class up to teach you how to operate the platform. I do a quick mention of it, of course. It's not platform training. That's up to you to get the basics before you come to the trading room, so you can put the basics you've already learned into practice. It's not here because this is, part of the service. Guys come and say, I don't want to buy the course, don't want to do this, don't do that, so we'll get some free training here. No, we're here to advise once you've got the basics. Okay, you've got to know how to drive the car, and then we'll show you basics. We'll show you strategies after that. If you don't know how to, don't know anything, it's not going to help coming here because you get confused. Okay, that's probably the best way of putting it. Okay, but anyway, fine, that's it. Add it to your watch list, yeah. Okay, so let's see. I do like it. It's the bottom line. I've pasted it. You're in, Superseated in, Brady's in. Okay, right. We've got that one. That's fine. $1. Okay, that's one from TR. PMTR. Good enough. Right. Okay, all clear on that. Right, let's go back to the shares again. What we had on our list there, Baba. That's right. Beg your pardon, Baba. Just make sure there's anything happening there. Right, what's happening to NASDAQ? Anything pulled back yet? No, stationary. Stationary. Weekly. It's in the button. No, it's in the neutral zone. Sorry, make sure I'm right there. Pretty sure I'm right. Where's the 200? Anyway, so that's the 100. Never mind. It's probably more neutral than buy there. How far up is that? That's another $16. They're going to put it above there. 20. You're going to take it down here. You could get a risk roll back down there. This could get in the way. That could get in the way. I think we'll sit that one out. Okay. Anyone disagree with me? I think we'll just hang fire on Baba. It's a thing. There's not enough meat in the bone to try and take too cute at the moment. Okay. Apple, Google. Leave it alone. Happy with that, fine. Thanks for your support. We'll leave it alone. Move on. Google. That's the share split, guys. That's the share split. Come back if you know what I'm talking about. I'll come back that in a minute. Because that caused a lot of jip. People think, why aren't you paying me out? I made all this money on my short. No, it's a share split. People get quite argumentative when they don't have the knowledge ammunition to know what to talk about. They always think, oh, you can scam. There's a lot of scammers out there, to be fair. But no, you've got to be armed with the knowledge when you have the explanation put through. Well, anyway, I'll explain just now. Right, Google daily. Right. I'm getting a bit funny, sir. I'm going to wait on this a bit. I want a bit more confirmation of pullback in the NAS. Not sure it's happening. It's putting me off a little bit. I thought it would hop around, then start coming off, but it's not seem to be happening for some reason. Now, I think maybe we just give them a miss. I'd rather miss out than jump in and take a knock. It's annoying to miss out, but it's even more annoying to take a knock. This one, keep Meta as a breakthrough as well. We've got possibly a Meta short, Google, Amazon, and a few Amazon. Don't think any different picture on that. I'm not comfortable with it. Yeah, we might get a bit higher up and set it down. So I think we'll just sit tight on the others. F-stop, I think we'll stick with that one. Personally, that's my opinion at the moment. I'm sorry I'm getting a bit quick for you guys. We don't want to miss out by going too slow and then find the one we like and the ship a sail. That's why I'm getting a little bit quick for you. I'm sorry, but what I'm saying basically now is calming down a little bit. The NAS is not actually giving me the direction pulled back as yet. So just leave the text stocks alone. We've got possibly a Baba, Apple, Google, and Meta to maybe sell. I think Tesla and Microsoft Microsoft. Microsoft a little bit oversold at the moment, so maybe just give them a miss and go for those calls. The possibility, if we can't get it today, maybe tomorrow. Okay. Maybe tomorrow not. Oh yes, maybe tomorrow, because Powell's speaking at 4. We might have direction tomorrow after 4:30. So tomorrow might be a very much better opportunity. Okay. I'm not keen on buying the dollar at the moment. I'm just not keen on buying the dollar. So I'm a little bit nervous for that one. Yeah. The dollar's weak at the moment, and going forward, yeah, unless some really strong hawkish stance come out going forward, I'm a little bit nervous of buying the dollar at the moment. And the Aussie, now they've opened the borders across in Hong Kong, but they calmed down the COVID fear in China. China's growth is strong for AUD because they have an agreement there, free trade agreement. So it could be a little bit more strength coming Aussie, a bit more weak to the US dollar. I won't be selling it, no, but I'm too nervous to buy at this level. So, Johnson, I think I'll give that a miss. That's what I'll do anyway. But you're welcome to disagree. Okay, well, there we are.
Roger, a request to speak.
Of course, go for it.
Remember, just before we stopped on the 15th of December, I told you that I looked at my analysis on the DXY, and it will go down. I predicted it will go down most probably to 103.150.
Well, we agreed, yeah.
And that is May last year that it reached that point. I see it did go down today up to 103.61.
No, 103.2. I've got in front of me now 103.2 it got down to, which is nearest down 103. So now I agree with you, spot on.
Right. Not sure if it's going to maintain that level or just pop up again. I hope it strengthens. Not sure.
It depends on Powell tomorrow. I think it's going to go sideways to Powell tomorrow. I can't make that call. I tell you, if it was any way dovish, that's going to come off further. Anyway, hawkish will get a jump. Depends his stance. And his stance is not changing his tune. Depends on what they call the beige book information comes. If he says there's clear indication inflation coming off, he can, he can actually start easing off his interest rates. He can start even looking down the line, even maybe coming off a bit, steadily pulling back on the increase of interest rates. Then you might see the dollar come off a bit more and the shares go up. You know what I'm saying? So depends on what he's got in front of him tomorrow. Nobody can make that call. That's just guesswork. We can hope till we blue in the face, but we can't make that call. And you being a science understand that. Yeah. Okay, and it's got to be remembered when I'm sitting here, they'll say, what do you think? Well, I think it's going to jump up. And they'll start, a lot of guys will think, well, that's good enough for me. I'll start jumping in. Power come up something else, and it's getting, and I say, oh, I thought it, blah, blah, blah. And they're not going to be happy, and it's going to cause. So I'm just saying, this, when you're hosting, you've got to be a little bit sit on the fence if you're not sure. Well, never sure, but if you're completely not sure, which I am at the moment. Okay, so yeah, dollar at the moment going up to 4 o'clock tomorrow is weak, but the good thing is he's not speaking at 7, he's speaking at 4. What a pleasure, which means our time is very convenient for us going into the 4:30 session. Okay, well, AUD-CHF has popped up a little bit. So I still think it's a bit early to start getting your stock down. I want to try and get some decent profits going on this. Although it has come to see on the daily a bit of resistance here. It's been a little bit of profit-taking jump about 10 pips. You see what I mean? It come down a bit of resistance here. It's a bit of profit-taking jump, but it's holding below the 10 4-hour moving average, which is good news. The sales coming pretty quickly. Let's look at the hourly, same story, 15-minute. Yeah, coming off again. So assuming for the half an hour, just over half an hour to go. This guy's asked me stuff and I'm the trading. Hang on, give me a second. I'll help him out here. Should I mention something on that to everybody? I've got a lot of clients because I'm qualified to advise, so I've got to sort of restrict myself to sticking with advising on the trading matters. Just remember, I can't do stuff on technical support or start helping you opening up other accounts. That's it. If you want to open up another account, go to your account manager on the portal there. Go to the live chat for other technical side with stock market college issues. Go to stock market college because I have to spend the time on lots of people who want trading ideas, got a trading room and that sort of thing. Okay, I don't mind helping put in the right direction. Just remember, that's not my specific niche, if you like. So stock market college, go to them on the live chat. Any technical problems, go to them. Trading room problems, go to trading. Yeah, platform training, go to the platform, etc. So I think that's sort of cleared it up, just so you know. I don't mind helping out, but then I can't help out those who want trade ideas because I'm a little bit restricted, and because we haven't got that many people who can make that or legally give advice. That's the problem. Okay, so it just restricts me a little bit because quite a few guys out there. Okay, I hope that will sort of make sense. Any pullback in CHFJPY? No, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. We're missing. Oh, I wish I'd put my foot down and we'd have been 100 pips up now. Should have been more pushy on it and discussed it this morning. Been 100 pips up. Pity. Anyway, missed it, so no use crying too much. Okay. Fair enough, Solly. Don't mind if you can't find anyone else. I'll try and get in the right direction, but can't spend too much time. Use some other call coming in. I don't know, should I go in the Euro JPY or something like that? Which obviously that's my specific function, if you like. I like to help you. Might be loud, but try to help. Oh, okay. Well, that pain in the backside. What happened before? Probably do well now. You can't get into the damn thing, eh? Shame, Anna Marie. It's popped up a bit, so maybe it's done you a favour. It's popped up a bit. Might get a better price. But yeah, something else that Anna Marie put the Wi-Fi. Yeah, if you can, in an area you can get fiber, rather do that because it's far more stable than Wi-Fi. You know, a lot of these towers get clogged with too much traffic, and then you start losing your speed. I had Wi-Fi with the same speed as the fiber over a year ago when it was, and got a lot of buffering in the training room. So I had to swap over to fiber. Now it works like a clockwork. If you can't get it, you're in an area where they don't have it, well, so be it. If you can get it, trust me, it's worth it. And the price is getting better as well. Rain, I use Rain. And I was paying £1,000 a month for 50 megs a second, and I was buffering all the time. It wasn't because it's like saying you can drive on the highway 3 lanes at 180 if you want, but as long as it's clear. But if it's chock-a-block in rush hour, you'd like to glide along, and that's the same principle. So yeah, that's why I said nothing wrong with your service, etc., but I can't have this buffering. So I had to go over to fiber, which I've done. I'm paying actually slightly less. I'm paying 900. I'm getting 50 megs a second, and I use about 300 gigabytes a month, and I don't have any throttling or any problems or issues there. And yeah, it works just fine. But again, depends on you. Look into it if you can. I advise it strongly. So especially you want to make money on something, last thing you want, you can't get in or get out of the trade because of your Wi-Fi problems. This is dependent on internet. That's one of those things. In fact, we're dependent on internet. You went for good for you. Aha. Now there's a trading marine for you. Yeah. Now it's probably, I know where you live, but it's probably too much traffic at the cell tower. I guess I'm not exactly an expert on the subject, but I know the problems I have with it. So yeah, okay. So well done, CHF JPY, doing fine. Might get a bit of a pullback here. It's got a bit of resistance over the last couple of days, hey. So might get a bit of a pullback. So guys who want to enter it want to pull back. Guys already in it, probably not. So be a little careful on these levels. Might not take it out. We'll have to see. Now go back to the what you call it, the fiber again. Don't have TV, DSTV anymore. No need for it. Got British.org and all the sport, all the news, all news for what it is. All the films, all the series, all the programs, and yeah, YouTube and all it, you know, BritBox, yes, Spotify, all runs, no problem. Don't need DSTV, sorry mate, but you don't. Get most of DSTV on the British.org anyway. I pay £4 a month for £1,000 a year for it. What a pleasure. £1,000 a year, that is. But don't get on Wi-Fi. British.org is the name of the game. You need fiber for it. Okay, anything happening on the Nasdaq? That's going up, so we'll leave that. It's a bit surprised, to be honest. Thought that would hold, but it looks like it's still mounting upwards. I just want to check again the DXY. Still weak. It's still weak on the yields. Don't know what's doing up there. I really don't know what's doing up there. No, it's something I don't, put it that way. Very nervous of being up there. It looks like a downside to me. Okay. But leave the text alone for the time being. It's just not worth it. You're playing silly buggers, they say. AUDCHF, any time to move the stop yet? No, leave it. It's still in profit, but leave it. GBP, some guys took it. GBP CHF 1.1250. Yeah, you can definitely move that. If you took that one, definitely bring it back to entry and see if we can just go back below there. It's doing well, that one. FTSE is probably going up now. That's coming off a bit. No, bloody hell. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, that's good, but it's rising. But might go up than that. Okay, so yeah, but where we are at the moment is not looking too bad. F-stop we just entered in. It's up a little bit, but I'm not in panic stages yet. It's only 7 cents up. We'll see how it goes from there. Ah, well, gold's behaving properly. At least it's going up as expected. I'm quite sure the NAS is going up actually, guys. Maybe just people like the NAS and bidding it up, like the information. Maybe just emotionally being driven. People like the NAS, that's what they do. Enough people like it will bid it up, even though the indicators say it shouldn't be. Theory that's anyway. I'll give you its due. It's going for a bit of resistance here. So anything higher up, I think we start selling. Might give it a better chance in the S&P because it's more affordable for the guys. But those who can afford the Nasdaq starts turning, you can get a short on there. We get a short on this one, anyone likes it. Just hang 5 for the moment. We need to get a confirmation for a downside. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm running a bit of ideas now. Fooling me a little bit. This. Anything else you guys want to look at? Already in and want to check it out? Looking to go into something? Maybe you want to discuss? But leave the NAS at the moment. Get a better price and sell it down. Okay. Might go up here. NAS can do some funny. That's just S&P. Sorry, do some funny things there now. Not happening, is it? It's not happening. Wanted to buy the pullback. It's not happening. I'm not sure I want to chase it here though. Big resistance this level here. We can put the stop, put it down here. That's about $4.50 away. So looking about 7 at least. That's not going to work. Yeah, you'd have to take it to there. If you want to chase it here, you got to take it back up there. You got a risk reward. And then want to chase this from here. I'm not keen, but anyone wants to chase it from here, I'll put it up. But I suggest a pullback or miss out. But if anyone wants to go for it, I'll put a risk reward up with pleasure, as long as you know that it's your idea. Okay. The 4 I'll do on the daily to attack this level here. 88.60. Sorry. Thing. Better. There you are. Remember, there's a bit of resistance here. and there's a bit of resistance here, and there's a bit of resistance there before it gets there. So yeah, but it's up to you. If you still think going up, go for it. Okay, there you are. Anyone wants to join Robert? Tell me and I'll put it down as a Robert idea. Anyone want to join him on this long? Before we get the Euro JPY? Anyone join it? Wait a couple of minutes. If not, I'll move on. Okay, well, nobody else responding. Thanks for that, Fanny. Move on. You are. Okay, I'll put it down. If you guys want it, there we are. A couple of guys like it. There we are. Brent buy. Whose idea again was it, Robert? $81, 7, 77, 60. Okay. All right, we'll see how it goes then. Good enough. We'll move on. URJPY. I looked at earlier on. I'm a bit nervous of that. JPY is quite strong at the moment. So if you're buying euro, selling yen. If you're buying the Japanese yen, you're selling the euro. Not too sure myself. What do you want to do? This? You want to buy it? Not looking too bad. I'll give you a due, but bit of resistance there, as you can see. That's a little bit weaker even there. Bit of resistance across there, 4 hour. Just moving towards the buy zone. I'll give you a due. What's that distance there? 92 pips. Might squeeze it, yeah, on the 4 hour. I'm a bit iffy myself, but didn't say it's wrong. Didn't say it's wrong. Far from it. Not bad. It's not bad. Just a bit iffy on it personally. I think personally, I might just chicken out on that one. But having said that, I don't think it's looking too bad. Yeah, a couple of guys like the Brent. Anyone like to join Timby in this one? If you do, I'll put the R up with pleasure. I'm in the buying for Euro Jamie now, buying it up to 142. So you're already in it, okay? We're doing all right if you're in it already. Anyone want to go in now? That's more to the point. Anybody want to join Tembi on this one? Nobody? Yeah, do you want to, never mind 143. Do you want to go in now? I'll put the R up. That's all I'm worried about because the thing might move, might not. Let's move on. Simple question. Who wants to join Tembi going in at market? Okay, right. Might get some support there. So we get a risk reward. Right, how far is that from there? Who's too far? I have to use a 4 iron. Also too far. Maybe down here. It's more like it. That's more like it. We use a daily for the TP. That's not going to work. I have to take it to there. 143.40. There you are. Anyone? Yeah, it's about right, I think, on the 4 hour. Maybe slightly wider. Maybe slightly wider. It's within a day's range, which makes me nervous. I'm not always that keen to have it on the daily range, the stop loss. But there, at being as it is, I've made my case on it. But anyone want to join with a couple of people? Cheers, Pietro. Cheers, Stefani. Okay, so the two guys, if you want it, there you are. You're still keen to do it? If you want a wider stop, wider TP, tell me. It's your trade. Now, at least somebody had the idea for it. Okay, then you try on that one. Okay, I'll put it down for you. 10B. So it goes. You might come right there. 141.66, 140.64, 143.40. Okay, well, see how those two go. Brent and Euro JPY. See if you guys got a nice one out there. See how that works out. Okay. Right, so I'll knock that off. Let's revisit the Dow. Actually, look at the Dow. See what the Dow's doing. Is it coming off at all? You're hovering, actually, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it might start coming off a bit. It's got it. It's ridiculous. So it's got some money. Put the stop up here, maybe a 200 pip stop, and take it down here. Certainly get a risk reward. Anyone got over £5 want to do a short on the NAS? DXY is still coming off, Fani, and the yields are still coming off. Remember, you got at least £5 if you've got £5 or more. And the two of you, I'll put the stuff up. Who wants to go for a short on the NAS? Okay, Eugene. It's too far away, that, isn't it? No, that's fine. Bloody thing. We can actually take down 10.5. We won't overdo it. Make it 10.7. Might go down further. Don't forget, you can modify your TP if it's continued to go down. Powell might help it along. See what he does tomorrow. $300 a micro. There you are. So those guys got less than £5, even though you risk to be overexposed. You risk management up to maggots. The guys with £5 or more, micro, $300 a micro. Anyone to join Eugene on that one? See a possibility of that one? Quite like it. Anyone to join Eugene? Come on, Brady. I know you got plenty of money. Your wife told me. Just joking. Evil laugh, eh? Anyone to join him? Anyone to join Mr. Van Skalvik? Andisui, is that pronounced properly? Andisui and the seaweed, under seaweed. That sounds better. Yeah, under seaweed. You're in. Got a couple in. I've written it down. Quite like that one. I quite like that one. Judas or Judas. I'm not sure about Judas there. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for saying so and joining us for Matrix. Thomas, that you're benefiting and you're happy, you're doing well. That's my recompense. So you have to pay me. And a bottle of Blue Label next Christmas. Don't go with me. Just joking. Probably wasted anyway. Wouldn't appreciate it. Good. So we'll see how that goes then. Right, we've got a couple of trades out. Okay, so right, but be aware it's bigger risk, so don't get too cute. It's coming off as we speak. See it? It's coming off as we speak, guys. You took it. Hey. So let's say you make some buckaroos on that. Cheers, guys. Quick wrap up before we shoot off ourselves here. ABCHF is coming off. If you want to bring it down to entry at 64, you can. If you want to wait a bit longer to make sure you can as well. But whatever you do, just keep an eye on it. If you get a bit more, get your stop down. Don't want you to lose a nice trade. You're winning. EBCHF. If you didn't enter it, doesn't matter. If you did, make sure you don't lose on it. Thank you very much, Pumi. You're getting there. Couple of sessions, still get better. Brent, that's hovering. What now? Let's get back to our f-stop. Start to come off a bit. She might come right there. And then what's the other one? The FTSE. Hey. FTSE, let's give this jip this one. Well, don't give up. It's only a couple of pips above entry, but it might have happy days tomorrow. So we've got a few out, a few okay-ish, and we'll have another look tomorrow after Powell. Maybe get an opportunity some tech stocks for a seller or a buyer, whatever we're going to do. Okay, guys, it's a couple of minutes to go. So anybody else want to go anything you're not sure of? Just to wrap it up, any questions you want to ask? If you don't have any questions, I think we've run out of trade ideas unless you've got one. We'll wrap it up till tomorrow. Oh, you must have the calculator. You just go to the live chat on Quick Trade or Stock Market or the website or the portal. But go to the live chat there, go to tech support, ask for a position size calculator, and they'll assist you on your laptop. MacBook, I don't think they have it. I'm sorry, we don't think they have it on the MacBook. So unfortunately, you might have to go to the Play Store and find something there. You can check with live. I'm pretty sure they don't. You can check if you like live chat. Pretty sure they don't. So you're gonna have to find something on the app store. Well, I know, curse and shout, scream. I know it's really heresy. This maybe get yourself an Android or a Microsoft or something. I know to you guys that's heresy. Go to UK and say, oh, no, I use Microsoft. Look down the nose at you. But yeah, whatever. But I don't think they have it on. Pity, really. Yeah, they should do it. It's a $1 trillion brand. Anyway, they should with it. I'll be honest, I don't know much about it. I've never used it for whatever reason. Nothing against it, just haven't. But it's true, eh? If you don't have Apple brand names, it's incredible. You're just you're just not part of the club, mate. Okay, guys. Yeah. But say live chat if you want it, good size calculator for non-Mac guys. Yeah, I think that's about covered it. No, I'm not expecting anything movement. It's a chit chat, Robert. There's no interest rates expected at all. We want it's going to be speaking on his idea of the direction of the economy. I'll come back to that later. No, when's going to be hawkish or dovish? There won't be interest rate movements. That's not interest rate at all. It's about his speech on the expectation of the way forward in the economy. Very important, yeah. Okay, they will not interest rates. They will not spook the economy like that. Only when they do that, a bomb goes off or a biological weapon goes off or something like that. They will not spook the economy. No. What do we get in at? 25. Yeah, you can chase it now if you want. 20 pips is nothing on the NAS. Yeah, you can chase it if you want. You're going to be quick on it. And it's 15 pips. It says 10 on there. The actual spread is about 14 pips, remember. But you can just about chase it here. Good, I'm glad to clear that for you, Robert. Yeah. Remember, guys, it's going to be chanting tomorrow on the way forward of the economy. And then they will look to see the next interest rate decision day, what the size is like to be, and that will how it look, the expectation that will affect the market. Okay. But yeah, I can go to the NAS if you want. 25, 20, it's not much difference. Okay, I'll balance you, Curry, but if you can afford it, just remember that. Okay, guys. Anything else? Anything you're not sure of? We've got a couple of minutes if you want. Okay, seems all cleared up. Okay, what exchange of free minds? Oh, yeah, very good point. Want everyone to realize that it's no good saying I can afford you in the NAS because I've got 100 grand account. If you got 90 grand on the market, you got squat free margin. It's not even percentage. Difficult question because so many different accounts. It's not an exact science that, but keep. I don't know the size of your account. Let's say you got 10 grand. And you got other positions, at least keep at least about 1,500, 1,000, 1,500 on a 10 grand account, at least 7, 8, 900 or something like that on a 5 grand. I don't know. Just make sure you got free margin. If you got less than 5 grand, you can forget it. But yeah, make sure you got free margin. I know you know that. Yeah. It's not an exact science, to be honest. Sorry about it, Eugene. And it would help me if I had your account in front of me and I'd say yes or no. But I can't. We don't discuss it publicly clearly. I know you got 5, 10, 20, 50,000, whether you got 30 grand free margin, I have no idea. But make sure, if you get into the NAS, keep about a grand, at least a grand free margin. Sort of, yeah, roundabout, not exactly. Yeah. All right, guys, fantastic. Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow morning, 9:30, and hopefully you can continue with the Monday start, the post-Christmas, and make the 23 start where you want to be, getting out the winning trades. Fantastico. Okay, guys, thanks for joining, and catch you tomorrow. Any questions you're joining, write them down. In between trades, you want them answered, we can do. I can't do training in here, that's for stock market calls in the classes. But I can do, you know, answer questions or clarify stuff you've learned you're not sure of, like about interest rates, about free margin. Absolutely, that's what this is for. Okay, not to go in the pros and cons of Bollinger Band. How do you put it on there? No, that's for the classes. Okay, guys, brilliant. Great to have you, and catch you tomorrow.